Underground dance music shares the same criteria as almost the beginnings of punk rock. I always say that acid house and the rave scene back in kind of '87 was dance music's kind of punk rock moment. That was the kind of line in the sand, the year zero, where everything seemed to kind of be recreated.
What's underground are a bunch of kids in their basement doing something new that they came up with, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember coming up in Detroit, we're the only people going to parties in Detroit were other DJs, you know?
I was in the graffiti tag scene, I was a dancer, and I was rapping. I was still a hip-hop DJ. I came to Ibiza, and I was, even as a hip-hop DJ, very open-minded. So I came with my baggy suit and all that, and I was here.
You were into this kind of secret thing that no one else knew about, and it made you different from everybody else. Actually coming out of school and getting into kind of soul and funk and rare groove and meeting all these people that kind of knew about this music that nobody else seemed to know about.
Quindi questa cosa è la cosa più, il paradosso dell'underground in questo momento. Quindi parliamo di underground, ma produciamo, diciamo, ci troviamo in eventi con milioni e milioni di persone.
Like, for example, I'm very popular. I'm a very popular artist, but the music that I play, I would personally consider quite underground. It's very old, it's very niche, you know, it's very subculture.
It was Mark Spoon always who was like, hey guys, I gotta show you this club. And I remember I went to DC-10 and we came into this kind of cave. Pitch black, just one strobo light. No light system, nothing. Techno, pounding, hardcore. And it was just hippies, gay community, some locals, and us.
There's some crazy things happening in Eastern Europe that are just like, you wouldn't really expect. Macedonia, like a place to go clubbing.
I was in this tiny club in East London. Maybe 80 people were there, and this DJ was badass.
Canada always surprised me, you know. You kind of expect things to be pretty groovy in a city as cosmopolitan as Montreal, but you don't expect it in Calgary or Banff or Edmonton. And going way back, there was also always a feverish kind of love for electronic music there. So yeah, places can surprise you.
Each city and each place in the world has incredible countercultures, you know, and subcultures. We have to look at the beauty of those subcultures and try to keep them intact. And that's what creates a true global underground and a true kind of cultural relevance for everyone that's living on this planet.
You know, living in America, instead of kids coming out of their bedroom wanting to be DJs, kids are coming out of their bedroom wanting to play live. Just becoming a DJ isn't necessarily the be all and end all. You're actually a little bit more unique being a live act.
Like here with the BURN Residency, I mean, there are so many kids from so many different places in the world talking about, like, how do we do it? How do we make it happen? And I was like, it's on you. It's on you to create a subculture, to create something, to create a buzz in your cities and to do it yourself.
In the simplest form, it was like, oh, here's a record, I like it. You know, I want to play it to my friend. I want more people to discover it. And the way I found of sharing it was through becoming a DJ. Not only could I do it in a club, but I could do it on the radio. And then I could do it from the perspective of a record label, being an A&R guy. It's a platform, and it's a platform I never wanted to use it just to be the most popular or just to play the most popular song.
It's important to me to still support underground and being a part of this movement. This is how I discover my music, this is how I discover my acts. This keeps me young, this keeps me fresh, all these new talents.
Io ogni volta che faccio parte di questa scena, di questo mondo, ogni volta che ho la fortuna di suonare la mia musica in questi party underground, mi sento veramente parte di un'unica famiglia, di un unico movimento, quindi non sento più la singolarità di me stesso, non mi sento più DJ Lollino, ma mi sento veramente parte di un unico movimento che è il movimento underground.
The underground electronic scene, as it's widely acknowledged around the world, relies much more about your DJing skills. You actually got to be able to DJ and play.
So the idea of finding new talent and nurturing them, I think, is the most important thing because it keeps us alive. It keeps these ideas alive.
Per me è il mio modo di vivere, è uno stile di vita e con la parola underground possiamo racchiudere più di un semplice pensiero.
Everyone that loves music is doing the same thing. That's certainly what Seth Troxler's doing, that's certainly what Loco Dice is doing. We're all crazy about music and we just want to turn people onto it.